hallowed be thy pen. From oil-based acrylics to cryon glyphics, expressions of the freedom to speak without speaking to the detriment of all people, coming in all hues. All blues come from the same place. Between pre-drawn thick lines of imaginary separatism in one boundless space, we are found in faith. Based organizations with Christ cornerstones, we beat blocks with sacred phrases to change the cornerstone from crack cocaine to home. Homes of the poets write, we screw light. Walk through night's light with our eyes open, hoping hopeless souls approach us, asking God's favor. We are happy to give all we have to our neighbors and enemies for that night of that shadow that got you clapping, not us. If you knew what we know, you would know what we think of applause. The ego-driven veil for a transparent flaws. We are see-through, but we always see you wrestling with issues no one speaks of in the privacy of their homes. We say what you think like we pirated your domes. Not so. We are love's comeback to claim our own. Our phones lie. We are not worthy of this gift of gab. We bring our lives asunder. To present concave wonders to convex fingers, we speak on braided curves. Not linear slaves to the law's letter. We are spirits, knowing God, giving nothing. Perfect love casts out all ideas of black. We are black, not necessarily African, but the color of the word God said, let there be. We are still. John baptized in us. Moses did his staff in us. We became bigger than ourselves and brought Pisces into this age of Aquarius, light water bearers. Spinning 5 fish for the 5,000 pallets. We are NLD. We are Kundalini speech in tone. We treat spinal problems like xylophones and beat backs into harmony. We are stick muses who vomit movements of music. We teach our Judas to betray us with full knowledge of the consequence. To God be the glory. Period. End of story. We are never done, always complete. Our goal is to speak, to vibrate, to embody the message of hope, of wholeness, of healing, even if death be the penalty. So, this is for everybody who didn't get that. It's okay. I understand. Like sometimes I go there and people just kind of look at me like, what you just say? And I've come to accept that. It's cool. But when Salam said this, the most spiritual art, what I heard was spoken word is the art of getting to know God for a living. But to make a living getting to know life is a dangerously small circle with the deadliest price. For no one who loves you initially wants to believe that you would do nothing with your talent and or degrees other than stand in front of crowds and speak in rhythms, performing exorcisms with lyricism, because there ain't no money in the salvation business of self and kind.
Okay, bring that back.
Especially when the salvation rhymes while holding mirrors up to the eyes of anyone looking in its direction. Plus, prophets don't get to profit off their own lives.
Okay.
And usually aren't considered prophets until they die, for the very reasons they tried to explain they were alive. But once the cask is closed and the urns are disposed of, the conspirators gather around to show the dead prophets love, because the prophet is in reminiscing over what was once considered to be the vein of one's existence. Remember, Jesus was slain by members of his own religion. Christianity was not yet existent, though parts of its evolution give his life but one dimension. I hear he was totally divine and totally human, preaching the gospel in casual conversations with prostitutes, transmuting water into wine. I'm sure he drank some too, because in Hebrew celebrations, that's what they sometimes do. Doesn't make him any less divine, does make him more approachable, because the way that the Almighty is usually portrayed, getting closer to the Most High puts most right feet in the grave. But the soul of Jesus' statue was so alive and so brave, and the beaches where you want to go on vacation would go just to walk on the waves. But the people claiming to have the most faith nowadays be living the most afraid. How do you believe in God's scared? Creations that live in submission to divine will.
Yes.
How do you believe in God's scared when dominion over creation was one of the first divine gifts? And God said you could have whatever you like way before I did without understanding. When dealing with the word, it's all about letter placement. See, I realized as I was writing these lines that the same letters used to spell scared can be rearranged to spell sacred. And in this matrix, you are one or the other. You can't be both. Well, technically you could, but it wouldn't be conducive to growth and know. Faith does not mean life presents itself just as you hope. Faith means however life presents itself, you will be able to cope with a smile on your soul like, don't I make this look easy? Don't my stare look like it's healing? Don't my laughter remind you of children? Don't my posture look like I'm always chilling? we be going through the same drama, but don't I always look different? That's just the result of getting to know life for a living. The outside is difficult still. The inside, however, is just still. For stability within the motions of life is God's will. Stability within the motions of life is God's will. Stability